Within Design Modeler, we can enter the parameter manager to summarize and establish relationships between the parameters that have been created in Design Modeler. So we can access using the toolbar button up from the tools menu and click this. So this is the toolbar button that you'll see, and this will open up on the bottom right hand side of the Design Modeler interface the parameter manager, and you'll see that there are four tabs associated with the parameter manager. So the first one on the left lists the existing parameters and the values associated with that parameter string. We can then move to the second tab, which is the parameter dimension assignments, and this describes the relationships between existing parameters, if there are indeed relationships. So here we're saying that this parameter xy plane r1 is equal to the pipe radius parameter, and it's also saying that the extrude dimension is equal to 2 times the pipe radius. So here we have that relationship defined here, which can be manually entered here. The third tab allows us to check and evaluate the expressions that we've defined that connects the parameters together. So here we can see the parameter manager that we described in the earlier slide as far as its presence in the Design Modeler window, but we can also, this information will also be transferred into the Workbench tool as well. So if we go into the Workbench interface, and we can see, we'll be able to see on the top right hand side of the screen the table of design points, and we'll have additional columns associated with that the new input parameters. So for example, here we've created pipe underscore radius as a new input parameter, and then that's now visible here as by default P1, parameter 1 for inputs, and the value underneath associated with that particular parameter. So if we want to look at many different pipe radii, for example, we can simply add new values underneath. So here we're just selecting in the box in Workbench, and we're putting in 1.5 millimeters, 2.25 millimeters, etc. And we could continue this further down in order to create a number of different DP or design points. The ability, the capability here is Workbench and parameters is really exposed when Workbench can automatically run through all of these different design points and allows us to evaluate and look at lots of different geometries without having to go back into Design Modeler itself. So once we've done it once and created the parameters and exposed it, we can then allow extension, modification and automatic run through of the simulation directly at the Workbench level.